Hey guys, this video is going to be basically my views on buying used cars rather than new cars. I got many reasons, and I'll go through some of them. First reason is a lot cheaper. A hell of a lot cheaper. And I never really got into the fad of buying whatever's new, mostly because I'm poor. And I don't understand why, because for where I live, there's a lot of dirt roads, and you don't want to get something that's new, something you're going to constantly have to wash, something you're going to have to get new tires on, because there's a lot of construction around here. There's, pick up a nail almost every week. It's not good for tires, so you don't want to, basically be driving a brand new Lexus or something like that, or even, Fords or whatever. And it's just kind of weird to see kids my age driving, brand new 2008 Ford F-150s. My God, their parents must be rich. It's like every year they buy them a brand new F-150. I'm like, wow. God bless them. If you got that much money, I guess so. I don't know, but me personally, I like the older ones, and there's many different reasons. They try to pass off, newer cars as more fuel efficient and hybrid, and they're supposed to save the world by, being more green. But if you break it down and you really think about it, when you buy a new car, you're buying a car that they didn't recycle. Well, some recycle metal, but most of it's made out of brand new metal. You have to have a brand new computer in there because they all have computers now. And there's stuff that can't even be recycled out. Mercury can't really be recycled, and there's all kinds of stuff. It's really actually worse for the environment to make a brand new car rather than just buy an old car. And then again, I do drive an F100 and I get 4 miles to the gallon. But I still get better gas mileage than nowadays hybrids. You know why? Because I paid $1,600 for my truck. I put $500 in. Brand new hybrids like $21,000. Yeah, and I've spent maybe, I don't spend a lot on gas because I don't drive a lot, but let's say $1,000 over the 2 years I've owned it. That sounds about right. I haven't really driven much, go get firewood, that's about it. Even if I drove that truck every day, I would still, for about maybe 5 years, or even longer, maybe 10 years, still be saving money than buying a brand new, hybrid. Because the gas mileage, and the gas mileage is horrible in my truck, but it's not brand new. So, I paid $1,600, and you're paying, $22,000 for a car. You're going to sell it in maybe 10 years. You're not going to get your full investment off of it. There's no way. And so, if I was going to go for fuel efficiency, which I'm now looking at, which is 1987 and up trucks from Nissan, and I don't like Toyotas. I like the Nissans, I like the Isuzu trucks, and I like the Mitsubishi Mighty Max, and the Isuzu Pups, and what else? Oh, the rare Chevy Love. You ever hear of that? Not many people have heard of this, but it's spelled the slang way to spell Chevy, Chevy, and then you spell love for the Chevy Love truck, LUV, like the diapers, I guess. I don't know. And they, in 1978, this is when the first model year started of Chevy Love trucks. I guess it was during the gas crisis of the 70s. I'm not sure. And they needed a fuel efficient truck, so the engine's not made by Chevy. It's made by Isuzu. I still don't fully understand that. If there was a partnership back then, if there still is a partnership, I don't know. But it's I think the ones I was looking on Craigslist were like a 1.8 liter, 1.9 liter, real low, and with what they call I think it's pronounced Hitachi carburetor on it. You can get 35 miles to the gallon in a long bed truck. That's great. My truck's a short bed. Well, even a short bed back then is 7 feet long, so yeah. But a long bed truck. Now it's lowered around my truck. It's basically more cargo area than my truck. A lot more firewood. I don't know how we do fully loaded. But, haven't tested these. But a Chevy Love, which is it's a pretty good looking truck, and I think a truck that's right now about 30 years old, 1978 it started. It's they started making them. I don't know if they don't make them anymore. I think they stopped in the 80s. But it had a Isuzu engine and it got like 35 miles to the gallon. There's your answer right there. Go get a Nissan trucks, 4 cylinders. You know, most of them are like 2.2 liters or 2.1 liter engines. Still very good. On gas mileage, you can probably get 35 miles a gallon with the right carburetor, right tune-up, whatever. And yeah, only thing I don't like is I know how to drive stick, but I haven't done it in a really long time, like 5 years, which sounds odd since I'm 20. So I drove stick when I was 15, maybe. Anyway, so it's like I'm not really good driving stick. I know how to drive a tractor smoothly, but it's a little bit different than driving a car. You gotta shift on fly, you gotta go fast. But you know, a tractor, it's like push the pedal in, foot in second, real slow. You know, you're in a field. What's the worst that can happen? But most of those trucks are stick shift, but there are automatic ones. I've seen them. I've searched them. And I found a couple on Craigslist for like, you know, you can get a used Nissan, used Toyota. I don't like Toyotas. I like the Nissan, and I like the Isuzu and the Mitsubishi Mighty Max for about I think it was you can get average prices around 2,000. I've seen some for 700 that ran, but they don't have AC. Some of the ones that, you know, are 30 years old and still have AC, which I don't understand, because I own a truck for 5 minutes and the AC goes out. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, basically, and of course they get about 35 miles to the gallon. And of course, the best gas mileage of any car that I've seen so far, there's probably another one that's better, is a 3-cylinder, my cousin used to own this, 3-cylinder Geo Metro. They're shaped like an egg. They look like an egg. 3 cylinders, they get, it's between 57 miles to the gallon and 60 miles to the gallon. And they're not, it's only 94 model has the 3-cylinder, I believe. All the other ones are not 4-cylinder, which they still get good gas mileage. It's just not as good as the 3-cylinder. And they had good acceleration. I've seen my cousin driving it. He kind of treated it like crap. They had this real long dirt road, and they had places on it, kind of like ditches and berms, because it wasn't smoothed out, wasn't graded for many years. And he'd get air. He'd go fast. I remember he had the driver's side door wouldn't open because he was sitting in a parking lot, or he was sitting near a dirt road or something, and a deer ran right into the side of his truck, side of his Geo Metro, and did it in the door, and it couldn't open. I never understood that. I never heard of a deer running into a vehicle. The deer died. Deer broke its neck running into a car that was parked. Yeah. So, Geo Metros, yeah, they're ugly. They're very ugly. But good gas mileage, just all I gotta say right about that. So, but that's what I'm leaning towards, seeing if I can do some trades or something. I got a John boat, I got an ATV, I got some lawn tractor parts. Yeah, I've messaged like 30 people on Craigslist, and I'm trying to go for the uglier cars, the ones with a lot of miles. A lot of miles, Nissan trucks. I'm like, I'd trade you a John boat. Huh? Usually like, I'll need money. I'll throw in a chainsaw. Huh? I need money. I'll throw in a go-kart that needs a carburetor. Final offer. And you usually tell me where I can go, but a couple of them are like, oh, they thought about it a little bit at least. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying you don't have to buy a new car and necessarily get good gas mileage. And some of the older cars could be just as reliable if you put a little time in there, or just take it to a mechanic. If you don't trust your own mechanic skills, take it to a mechanic. He'll work it over for you. And that's basically my view on that. And so, hope you guys enjoyed my video. Yeah, notice the Wolverine claw in the background. Yes, I hung that up there. Special decor.